Hello. So this one's gonna be a bit of a doozy. Before I start this video, I want to put a trigger warning, and I want to say to both people who I'm mentioning in this video, also if I look down, it's because I do have a script for this, because I wanted it to be well thought out and get all of my points across in the way that I wanted to get them across. And if they don't come across well, I'm an idiot, no matter how many scripts I wrote. So the other day, I was researching for a completely different video, and I came across this. I ended up falling down a rabbit hole into a huge problem in the Genshin fandom, and that is lesbophobia. Little tidbit that's not in the script, but I'm gonna add it. Lesbophobia, or any type of phobia, or racism, or whatever, it doesn't have to be someone like yelling slurs or something like that. It can be small acts that are hateful or discriminatory. Sometimes it's almost worse if it's not someone just like yelling slurs or saying they hate gays. It's because the act is masked underneath this, oh my god, I'm fine with this type of thing. People don't realize it.
There's really two different styles of bigotry. They express the same prejudice, but they're very different in tone. I'll call the two styles direct bigotry and indirect bigotry. Direct bigotry is openly contemptuous. It's a bigotry manifested in slurs and outright discrimination and demonizing the target group, and calls for shunning, subordination, or even violence. Whereas indirect bigotry manifests as concern or debate about a host of proxy issues. It's often defensive in tone rather than offensive. Frequently the claim is that a once needed liberation movement has now gone too far, that it's now the activists who are the new oppressors, who are disturbing law and order with violent and chaotic protests, who are victimizing and silencing innocent people by calling them bigots, who are infiltrating the media and replacing good old-fashioned entertainment with politically correct propaganda. And of course, ordinary people are too intimidated to speak out against it, because cancel culture is out of control and free speech is under attack.
Also, I'm not a lesbian. I don't have these experiences. I just have seen a lot of posts from lesbians and I wanted to amplify their voices. Anything I say that's my opinion is either going to be something that's an umbrella statement about the whole entire LGBT community, or it's going to be an opinion on something that is not about LGBT things. If I'm ever out of line in anything I'm saying, please let me know in the comments. I want to learn and grow. I could say a lot about this guy's content, and I may end up deviating a bit because I have a lot to say. He makes videos taking tweets and compiling them into short videos with little to no commentary.
It was just a compilation of tweets that I found to be rather funny / amusing. I did not even say a single word in the entire video.
My issues with his content, there's a blatant disregard for context. There's a thread where it says allegedly he is giving misinformation in his videos. I don't know the situations below, that's why I'm saying allegedly. Feel free to look at it yourself and discern it for yourself. In one of his commenters' words, he holds a mirror up to the people he puts in his videos, and yet some of the people in his videos have said harmless things or have brought up actually serious issues in a rational way. And like, when someone brought up a serious issue in his videos, he later referred to it like this.
Tweets that I found to be rather funny / amusing. I just hope nobody on Twitter gets offended by this video, because taking it so seriously is kinda silly.
Now, in my opinion, it's bad to put any small account on blast to a large amount of followers. This dude puts small accounts on blast to 500,000-ish subscribers who have their ages in their profile, and they are 15 or 16 years old. And obviously this is going to lead to harassment. In one case, this person got harassed. I'm not putting their ats or anything in this video because, again, some of these people are minors, don't want them to be harassed. I understand like clipping together the shitstorm of stuff on Twitter, but cropping out names is not that hard. Making sure people are 18 plus, not that hard. This is lazy. And in some cases, because of the lack of context, people who are not doing anything wrong are getting harassed. And also there's an irony in how these videos are meant to show the, or I guess are meant to show the echo chamber on Twitter, but end up causing a new echo chamber to form at these tweets from the people who watch his videos. Before I start this, I am adding this clip at the beginning because I want it to be known that this is not just hate, this is genuine criticism. I will never go back on saying y'all treat Tectone like a piece of shit, and it's like not okay. It is not okay. No matter what you think of Tectone, no matter what I think of Tectone. The way you treat this dude is fucked up. Like, I laugh because it's just so, like, unbelievable to me. I see so many people say how mental health is so important and we need to support people, and then you attack creators over and over and over again, and it's like, do you not think that can affect people? I don't mind you as a person. I don't mind your content, whether that's the parasocial relationship talking. Comments on lesbians you made, whether you mean them to or not, they do cause harm. I remember one tweet you said that you haven't been talking about lesbians a lot, but you could literally look it up and there's been consistent talk of them. The comments on lesbians you've made, while I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you didn't mean them harmfully, are a place that fosters negativity and hate towards lesbians. Small Twitter account could probably get away with tweeting something like that. You've said even that your accounts, you have a big following. You used a different word. I'll put it, I have the clip that I'm gonna put here, but you have reach.
A lot of content creators, including myself, don't really realize the power they have online, or the voice that they have, or the ability to help that they have.
Make sure not to let any of the community be hateful by like knowing what can create hate. What I think is the issue is maybe a lack of knowledge on certain topics, specifically with minorities.
Bigotry always has a history, and in order to understand bigotry, you have to learn that history. Prejudices are made up of tropes, stereotypes, narratives, arguments, which we aren't born knowing, we have to learn them.
As I'm seeing here, some of your fans are lesbian, bisexual, gay, whatever. The LGBT community does that to give us sort of representation where we don't have any. It's not meant to be harmful in a good amount of cases. Some cases where people are attacking you, yes, maybe it's more harmful, but in other cases, it's really not meant to be harmful. While there may be an overlap in some cases, it's not all of the cases. I want to talk about why these things are an issue. If these things seem small to you, just think about like how a cut, like you know, a couple cuts on your arm or something can become infected and make you completely sick in some circumstances. Small instances of discrimination that we don't point out will cause the world to continue to be ignorant. Lesbophobia in the genshin community. I didn't know how bad this was until I actually looked into it. Like, I had seen these small circumstances, but I didn't understand how bad it was until I actually kind of looked into it. So first, the fanfic. When Ito first was released, it makes me uncomfortable to even talk about this. People put fanfics in the Sarah and Yai tag where it was Ito Sarah to fix her from being a lesbian. I don't think I phrased that correctly, but like, just saying that makes me uncomfortable. Seeing that in any capacity online just should be something where you look at it and you're like, that's wrong. But Hero Hey put it in his video and then used this in another video.
Tweets that I found to be rather funny / amusing.
Referring to that. So, I guess not everyone sees that and finds an issue with it right away. The just for men issue. And I'm not talking about the hair stuff. I'm talking about the Yai Miko fucking photo on Twitter. After people were saying Shenhao was just for lesbians, someone took a photo of Yai Miko and then put that she is just for men. And I feel like a lot of people who are doing stuff like this don't really understand how little LGBT representation we have in media. And the fact that when people say characters are LGBT, while it's like, hey, we hope that they're LGBT, a lot of the time these things we're saying is a joke. And not to mention, as I mentioned earlier, posts like that foster hatred towards LGBT folks. On that same post, people were saying how men are oppressed and how straight people are oppressed. And I just want to say, getting hate online does not make you oppressed. It's not the same for an oppressed group, like any of the LGBT community, to say this character is a lesbian than for a straight person to say this character is straight. Because gay people, lesbians, and everything are not in like every fucking piece of media. I don't know how to end this video. I thought it was gonna be way better because I had a script and I planned it out, but sometimes things just still don't go how you want them to. So that being said, I will see you next time. Comment, like, subscribe. I will leave links around here to my writing, another video, subscribe, all that stuff. Goodbye.